In the sun-drenched land of Colchis, where the Black Sea's waves whispered secrets to the shore, there lived a sorceress named Medea. Her lineage traced back to the sun god Helios, and her eyes held the wisdom of ancient stars. But it was her mastery over magic that set her apart, a gift bestowed upon her by the gods themselves. One fateful day, the hero Jason and his band of adventurers arrived in Colchis. Their quest? To retrieve the legendary Golden Fleece, said to possess powers beyond mortal comprehension. However, the Golden Fleece was in the possession of King Aeetes. He declared that Jason could claim this prized relic only if he completed 3 seemingly impossible tasks. Sensing his plight, the goddess Hera intervened. She persuaded Aphrodite to enlist her son Eros, the god of love, to work his divine charm. Eros struck Aeetes' daughter, Medea, with an arrow of desire, causing her to fall hopelessly in love with Jason. When Jason's eyes met Medea's, destiny wove its threads. She, the keeper of secrets, would aid him in his perilous journey. The first trial awaited them. The fire-breathing bulls of Ares. Their roars shook the earth, and their fiery breath scorched the sky. Medea, with her knowledge of herbs and incantations, guided Jason. She whispered spells that calmed the bulls, allowing him to harness them and plow the fields. Their shared laughter echoed across the cliffs as they tamed these mythical beasts, a bond forged in fire and trust. Next came the challenge of sowing dragons' teeth. Aeetes, Medea's father, had entrusted Jason with a field strewn with teeth from the serpent slain by Cadmus. Warriors sprang forth from the soil, armed and ready for battle. Medea's wisdom prevailed once more. She instructed Jason to throw a stone among them, diverting their aggression toward each other. As they clashed, he navigated the chaos, avoiding their blades. Medea watched, her heart torn between pride and fear. Jason's final task was to overcome the sleepless dragon that guarded the Golden Fleece. With Medea's help, he achieved the impossible. She provided Jason with a potent potion distilled from magical herbs, which he carefully sprayed on the dragon, lulling the beast into a deep sleep. Seizing the moment, Jason grabbed the Golden Fleece and raced back to his ship. King Aeetes, upon learning of their escape, quickly gave chase in a warship bristling with catapults. As he drew closer, Medea, ever resourceful, concocted a desperate plan. She called her younger brother, Absyrtus, to the deck. In a shocking and brutal act, she slit his throat and dismembered his body, casting the pieces overboard. Jason watched in horror as blood pooled on the deck. King Aeetes, devastated by the sight, halted his pursuit to retrieve the remains of his son. This gruesome delay allowed Jason and Medea to escape, their ship slipping away into the horizon. As days turned into weeks, love blossomed amidst danger, the kind that transcends time and reason. Medea, with her raven hair and eyes like storm clouds, found solace in Jason's arms. He, the adventurer with a heart as restless as the sea, saw in her both vulnerability and strength. Their stolen moments, between trials and incantations, were fleeting but eternal. Medea's heart became a tempest. She defied her father and betrayed her homeland for Jason. Together, they fled Colchis, their love a beacon in the storm. But love, like magic, can be both a balm and a curse. In Corinth, Medea and Jason's marriage flourished, and she bore him 3 sons. Their bond appeared invincible, but the whims of fate had other plans. Driven by ambition, Jason sought a more advantageous alliance, choosing to marry Creusa, the daughter of King Creon. He rationalized his betrayal by claiming that Medea's foreign origins undermined their marital legitimacy. Enraged yet composed, Medea simmered with silent fury, secretly vowing vengeance. Outwardly, she feigned understanding, offering Jason her best wishes with a calm demeanor that masked her brewing storm of retribution. Creusa, with her golden hair and porcelain skin, wandered the palace gardens, lost in thought. She was aware of Medea, the formidable sorceress who had once captured Jason's heart. Yet, Creusa believed her love could heal the wounds that magic had inflicted. Determined, she sought out Medea, hoping to find guidance. Approaching Medea with an air of innocence, Creusa sought counsel from the enigmatic sorceress. Medea's eyes, like twin moons, bore into her soul as the princess confided her deepest fears: the anxiety of falling short, the desire for Jason's affection, and the heavy burden of royal expectations. As Creusa spoke, Medea's lips curled into a knowing smile. Under the guise of compassion, Medea presented Creusa with a wedding gift: a resplendent robe and a golden crown. However, these gifts harbored a sinister secret. They were imbued with a lethal enchantment. Trusting Medea's gesture, Creusa adorned herself with the robe and crown, which immediately clung to her skin, unleashing a corrosive poison that burned through her flesh. Consumed by unbearable agony, she writhed in pain. Her father, King Creon, in a desperate attempt to save her, reached out and touched the poisoned garment. The venom quickly spread to him, sealing his fate to die in torment beside his beloved daughter. In her quest for love and validation, Creusa had unwittingly fallen into Medea's deadly trap. Medea's own children, Jason's sons, became victims of her desperate bid to protect them from a worse fate. Knowing they would likely be killed or tortured after the truth of her actions came to light, she made the harrowing decision to end their lives herself. Medea grapples with profound emotional turmoil as she acknowledges her love for her children while preparing herself for the act she believes is necessary. She lures them with soothing words, only to plunge a dagger into their hearts. Their blood stained her hands, and her soul fractured. Her actions were driven by a tragic combination of maternal love and a desire to protect them from the inevitable retribution they would face. Medea fled Corinth, her heart a labyrinth of grief and rage. Seeking refuge, she arrived in Athens, where King Aegeus welcomed her and eventually took her as his queen. Aegeus, too, was in search of an heir to secure his legacy and throne. Haunted by the faces of her lost children, Medea used her magic to assist him, and she bore him a son, Medus. However, Medea's time in Athens was marked by further turmoil. When Theseus, Aegeus's long-lost son from a previous union, returned to Athens, Medea saw him as a threat to her own son's future. She plotted against Theseus, attempting to poison him. Aegeus recognized Theseus just in time, due to the young man's possession of the family sword or sandals, and thwarted Medea's plan. Once her plot was uncovered, Medea fled Athens, continuing her saga of vengeance and survival. Her journey was far from over, as she left a trail of both wonder and fear, her legacy woven deeply into the fabric of ancient myth. Be the first to experience our thrilling escapades into the world of myths and legends. Together, let's dive into the extraordinary.